only one that survived. You were stabbed, right?
One of the cool things about The Stranger since the beginning, it's like it can happen to anyone. It's like the ordinary, a day just pass by and suddenly you have these people outside your house terrifying you. In the past 2 years, we have had really great proposal in terms of horror. How do you keep it as a producer in the producer side also for you, Madelaine? How do you keep it fresh for today's audiences? Because we are more demanding now, the horror lovers, because we have so great proposal and The Strangers Part 2 is one of them.
We know that the horror audience and our audience specifically is incredibly intelligent and doesn't miss a beat. And so Courtney and I worked pretty tirelessly to make sure there were a lot of really fun Easter eggs in movies 1, 2, and 3. So people can go back and watch 1 after they watch 2 and be like, oh, they set this storyline up at the very beginning of movie 1 and we see it now, and making sure there's a lot of connectivity tissue so that the audiences can always feel stimulated by what they're watching. I mean, horror audiences are, I think, some of the most sophisticated audiences that we have in genre, and we know that, and we came into it knowing that. So we really, especially with 2 and 3, focused a lot on making sure that we were satisfying that audience.
And bringing something fresh. So I think, where we go with this, and we worked on this like endlessly back and forth, and even after we did the initial shoot and the other shoots afterwards, making it something completely fresh. When you get to the end of this 3-chapter story, which is, I think we've told you all before, is one giant movie. Yeah. I think you're going to be looking at it and going, now I've really never seen this before. And I think that's one thing that audiences are really looking for today in the genre in general, is to bring them something fresh and told from an interesting perspective. And now as 2 evolves and then it moves into 3, I can just tell you, like, you have no idea what's coming in 3. What you think is coming in 3 is not what's coming at all.
I like Part 2 a lot, probably more than
great.
Part 1. So I'm looking forward for Part 3, of course. But I also feel it's like a Maya's journey. It's everything about survival, identity, and trauma. And I wonder, how do you balance this for me as an audience, that love horror, that love movies, connect with this journey and take me until these 3 movies and stay me interested until the end?
Thank you. A lot of notes helped a lot. I think it was really important to me to truly carve out a very clear arc for this character, where you meet her in 1 and she is just a regular girl going into a job interview in these horrible circumstances in extreme denial. Then you see her in 2. She's informed from the trauma in movie 1, but she's still grappling with her like losing humanity in order to survive, to then get to 3 where she becomes that kind of iconic final girl. It was really important to us to really nail that. And I had copious notes of where she had been in the scene prior for every single scene to make sure that we were tracking her emotional arc throughout the entire trilogy.
Mads did such an amazing job with doing that. It was like just sort of a marvel to come out there every day and go, like, she knows exactly where she is in this giant sort of canvas of a movie that's not just a normal size movie, but 3 times that big. And wherever we were on that day, here or here or here in the story, she had charted it, knew exactly where that character was, and brought it like instantly. And that was amazing. And I think, how she dealt with the emotional side of it and the trauma that character is going through in movie 2 particularly, like grounds us to that character. And we are on that journey with that character because it all makes sense, and she made it so human.
Hey, thanks.
I think that's part of the beautiful, because me as an audience, I connect with that. And I read that the movie was filmed in 52 days, which I think is awesome. But in terms, what do you think that's helped you to create something like more condensed? Or you think that you needed more days? Because 52 days is basically, I don't know, like a month and a half, almost 2 months. Do you feel that was the great idea to do it like that?
I mean, I do think that pressure makes diamonds. I say this all the time. I think when you have confines on art, you'll naturally have better art. But we did end up doing enhancement shoots and adding a couple of days to movies 2 and 3 to make sure it got to where it needed to be.
So it's more than 52 in the end.
It's like what, 60, 70, 75, didn't we count? It's like 75.
It's like 75 in total. So we added 23 after the fact, which was great but to answer your question first, I think doing, the 52 days together, and said this before, is like all the team showed up at the beginning. Everybody was on the same page, and it's not like just doing a sequel. Everybody was like in it to win it from the beginning. There's only that enthusiasm once, really, like different than coming back and making a sequel a year and a half later. And then I think it gave us an opportunity, which was something that we didn't expect up front, but we discovered along the way, which was once we saw it, we also got to see how audience reacted to the first one, what they liked, what they didn't, all that kind of stuff. We were able to go and enhance 2 and 3 because they were still being finished. And so it actually allowed us to make something better to bring to the audience in the end, which is really amazing and really fun to have that opportunity. I can't imagine when we'll ever have it again, but it was just so amazing to have it.
It's so hard sometimes to talk without spoilers, but we did it. Madelaine, Courtney, thank you so much for your time. I know you have a heavy day, but thank you for your time, and I had fun watching this movie.
Thank you.
Thank
So
you.
happy to hear that.